We are here at the toy show already. It is 8 o'clock. There are a lot of wives probably happy because this line is like 400 old dudes getting out of the house. Wives are probably like, thank God. So yeah, as always, we're gonna go. I'll show you some cool toys, and then we'll go back to the fun house, and I'll show you what I got. Today's allowance is only $173. So yeah, we'll see what we can do with $173. Let's get in there. So I think what I'm gonna do is everyone's going into the rabbit building something over there, so I'm gonna go to the furthest point of the show and work my way back to the entrance and see if that's a little easier on the crowd levels, because it is insane. Like I said in the car, I only have 173 bucks. I don't want to use my credit card. I don't also want to be crying like a little biatch asking for more money going to an ATM. So I don't know, I don't really need anything. The funhouse is jacked up with stuff, but I'm sure I'll find more than enough for 173 bucks. Maybe I'll just find one thing. I don't know. You know, if all these annoying YouTubers would stop posting how cool the show is, it wouldn't be so crowded. Hey, thanks for clicking so much on this video. We are one of the toy corners here back in the Funhouse, back from the Chicago Toy Show, aka Kane County Toy Show, as you saw in that little musical interlude. Always great stuff there, no matter how crowded it gets. Always great stuff. I did not go into every booth, because once you went into a booth, you were kind of stuck there for a while until flow of traffic, and I didn't want to spend all day there. I did spend 2.5 hours there, and I did spend about $100 there, so that's good. And yeah, so I just kind of walked. If I saw vintage stuff, I'd go in, which sucks because you really want to look and dig to find the great stuff that's left on Sundays. Of course, a lot of the flippers and other people go early Saturday and they make the deals with all their friends, but there is always a good amount of stuff left for the average Joe like me on Sunday. Before we get to that, let me get some of the stuff I saw on eBay. Now, you saw in that video, Starlog. I never do this. I have a lot of Starlog and Cinnamon Tech, Fast, Geek, you know, all those cool magazines from like the late 70s and 80s that had science fiction. Some guy had this graded, as you saw in the video, for $400. Yeah, at the show, I was like, oh, I never knew they had an issue about the horrible Star Wars TV special. So I got this for $10, including shipping. $10. So yeah, sometimes you don't have to pay crazy prices if you don't care if stuff is graded or not. It's out there. You can always get it. You know, if it's a figure, you can get it loose. If it's a magazine or a game, you can get them ungraded. People are grading everything these days. And really, all the stuff we collect is just pieces of plastic. We put the value on it to say, this little piece of plastic is just worth $2. No one wants it. This piece, oh, that's $400. It's still the same little piece of plastic. It's a crazy industry, this toy industry. How am I able to afford some of the stuff I'm going to show you? Well, I've been selling a few things on eBay. My Planet of the Apes collection, I'm just sticking with the vintage. I wanted to get Lucas, which is the one that I needed from the 2014 line. He was starting to go for 100. I'm like, let me see if it drops. And now he's almost like 200. So I was like, forget, I'm not going to complete the line. Let's sell it. So I put Maurice on eBay. Got a good price for him. Koba on eBay, as you can see, got a good price for him. And Caesar, of course, on eBay, got a good price for him. And I'm happy that they keep coming out with new Planet of the Apes. I love the vintage stuff. I love the new stuff. Some of the stuff, so of course I can't, you know, put all that into my savings like a grown adult would. I spend some stuff on eBay. So fish that catches people, like I said in the video, I love fillet of fish, man. So fillet of fish, what is this guy? Came out in the 70s. Fillet of fish was first introduced in 1965 as the first non-hamburger thing at McDonald's. And pretty cool stuff. Lions and Tigers with Clyde, Betty, Beatty, I don't know. So this I got from a friend. Friend said, hey, I was cleaning up and you can have this. So I appreciate that because I work with both Lions and Tigers. So yeah, it's awesome. 1934. These are all from the movie The Big Cage. And what they did was they made these little books. I have a few of these little books. Kind of neat. But yeah, I love the artwork from the 30s and it's just great stuff. The big purchase I got, let me see, everything's going to fall. Nope. Oh, I'm doing good. McFarlane, you know Todd McFarlane, we've all heard him. In late 2024, they're putting out a sale, pre-sale for these. Blues Brothers is my favorite movie of all time. So these guys were being available. And let me see if I can open it really quick. The problem is sometimes it's hit or miss. The original, they started to do cars for the Blues Brothers movie, I don't know, 10, 20 years ago, and they were like a hot item. So I thought these were going to be a hot item as well, and I do have other Blues Brothers action figures, but these turned out not to be a hot item. So I paid about $45 for them. Now I think he's got them on sale on his website for about $25. So sometimes you play the long game. It says comes with something else, but I don't know, I think it's just the still cards in there of the movie. But yeah, these are good action figures. No idea where I'm going to put Jake and Elwood there, but man, what a great movie. I remember seeing it when it came out with my brother and my father, and it was just, you know, happy that it was filmed here in Chicago. I remember my father, as it was being filmed, he was an electrician, union electrician in the city of Chicago, and he would come home like, oh, they blocked this damn road and they blocked this road for making that silly Belushi movie, and then it finally came out and I was like, this is awesome. And it was a great movie. So that's Blues Brothers Todd McFarlane. So everything else I'm going to show you is from the toy show. And another way I was able to afford some of these toys, I'm going to get to that Natalie Portman thing above me. She's part of this video. It's not clickbait. She's part of this video. Not in the flesh, but she's still part of this video. Although we share the same thing. So here in Chicago, they film a lot of TV shows, and you could fill out a form, and I did way back in 2021 to be a background actor. Really just put someone in the background. Primarily it's for Chicago Med, Chicago PD, but I've worked on other shows. It's always interesting to see how they do shows. So recently, you get paid no matter what, but it's really neat when they actually use you to be a background person, and they actually use the scene you were in. So I'm going to show you here. There's me as a security guard, Chicago PD. Look at how tough, look at how acting. I've never taken acting classes, can you believe it? And more recently, just last week, they featured me as a, what am I here? I am a lawyer. I was a lawyer here. Look at that lawyer look. So yeah, you get paid, and that's extra money. You know, I have a job, and that pays for real adult stuff, and then any extra money I can get, I can support this crazy toy thing. So this guy there had these costumes. I did watch a documentary movie about Ben Cooper. I didn't think it was well done. I was kind of bored of it. But anyway, he had Star Wars, he had C-3PO, Darth Vader, Stormtrooper from Star Wars, and then he had some from Empire Strikes Back, Stormtrooper. Even though I did have to put the plastic back on it, that little plastic film, the whiteness of the mask really sold me. And I do like Empire Strikes Back a little more than Star Wars, as a lot of people do. So yeah, I got a Ben Cooper costume. Really happy with this. He was asking $35. I got $30 on it. It fits like, I don't know, like a 10-year-old kid or something. But really cool. I never had this way back in the day, so I'm really glad to have it now. Can I wear it now? No. Well, I don't know. Maybe I will. Hey, maybe next video I'll be wearing my Stormtrooper outfit. But it's kind of cool for the display. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I just wanted it. Another quick little thing was a Florida State pennant. My wife went to Florida State. This was a vintage pennant. One of those old guys that wear like the I'm a veteran hat. You always got to support those guys, man. Who knows what war they're in. It used to be when I was growing up, it's always World War II, but sadly we've lost a lot of those World War II guys. So Korea, who knows what actually saw, or if they didn't see it. I don't know. You just got to support them. So he's wearing a veteran's hat, and he had a little booth there. So I found this Florida State pennant. It's a vintage pennant. Got the old logo there, and FSU on it, and I got it for like $6. So awesome. And I had an extra sleeve. And that sleeve prevented me from saying, oh, I need to buy something to fill that sleeve, because there was a guy there with a Canadians vintage hockey pennant, only for $50, and I've seen them go between $100 and $200 on eBay. So I almost pulled the trigger on that, but I'll show you. I think I'm going to do a 4-part video of the fun house, and you'll see I have plenty of hockey pennants. What else did I get? Also at the thing, oh yeah, this guy, he threw it in a deal. So this came out to be like $5, 1978. This Cream started in 1969. It ran to 89. Cream magazine. Of course, you go to the toy shows and you never know what you're actually going to see. So yeah, I got this for like $5. Really happy with this. Got a great article, Jimmy Page. Why do I have this? Oh yeah, I have this earmarked because of she's still with us too, Miss Natalie Portman. So yeah, it's also the ads you get. It's really cool stuff. So always nice to read old rock and roll magazines. And I bought that for cheap because I also bought this for a little cheaper. This is the color forms. Got this for $30. Planet of the Apes color form. Love it. It's got a little bit of the wear there on the cover, but overall, man, it's great art. I love this artwork. Love it. 1967. Color forms, of course, those of you not familiar. I'd love to get like Shrinky Dinks, but it has instructions. So what it is just like static electricity, I guess. I don't know. But the little color form things, you grab them out and you put it on a little play set here. It's a little Planet of the Apes world. Put your guys in there. I'm not, of course, I'm not weird. I'm not actually going to play with the toy. I'm just going to put it in my display here in the fun house. I have a lot of Planet of the Apes stuff, but I really don't have much. I need to sell some more stuff to make room for the stuff that I'm buying. So color forms was good. So my big purchase, and you probably saw that in the video, one of the first things I saw, there's 3 big buildings and 2 small buildings. This toy show is amazing. It's crowded. One of the first things I saw was Freddie Mercury Loose, which is good because it doesn't work, but I might change the batteries and see if he works. But anyway, Freddie Mercury Loose. This came out in Spencer's. Let's see, what year? I don't know exactly what year, but I know around 2007. I was packing to move from Tampa. I moved to Florida for a little bit. I was moving back to the Chicago area. And I knew I had a bunch of stuff. Not the amount of stuff I have now, no. But I had a lot of stuff. And I saw them at Spencer's. They had 4 of them. And all of a sudden they just had 1. And they had reduced it to $20. It was like $18.99. Freddie Mercury in the box. That now would go for over $200. And I remember in 2007, I was just like, I don't know. I don't need any more stuff. I don't know how little the apartment I'm going to be able to afford. Had I known I was going to eventually get a house, I would have bought it. But I don't know. So I've always wanted it, but it's just getting too high. But Lucy, I got it for $40. The tip of the microphone is broke, but I don't care. It looks cool like that. Iconic voice. You know, when you talk about great voices, you talk about Steve Perry from Journey, you talk about Freddie Mercury from Queen. So glad to have him loose. I'll put him in the rock and roll section of the Funhouse. So yeah, last but not least, what I did, one of my favorite actresses, Natalie Portman, who of course was in Star Wars and a lot of other movies we'll get to. She wrote a children's book called Fables, and she autographed a lot of them. So what I did, and I think I'm not the only one because I've seen other people do this, she was to come to a convention. You're looking at probably $300-400 for her autograph. I'm not paying $300 to $400 for autographs. I usually like to set the term at 100, 120 at the very most when you go to these cons and you meet the big stars and you get them signed something. It's just, how are you? How are you? How are you? Nice paycheck. So yeah, I would never pay for her to meet and greet. I don't even think she does stuff like that anyway. But anyway, so I clipped the Natalie Portman autograph out of the book. I bought 2 of them, kept one for reading, but it's a good kid's book. But I still get it. I understand where kids come from. It's like little children's stories. And I cut the other one out and I put it, and I'll show you now, I put it in this frame, and what I did was buy some pictures of her great movies. Garden State, like I said, Attack of the Clones right here. I don't know if this is from like the Closer era, when she was Closer. You know, just her all her career here. And I have a nice frame, and it's my little tribute to Miss Natalie Portman in the Star Wars section. Hope you enjoyed what I showed you from the toy show. Leave it in the comments below. Are you looking for any toys? You're looking to collect any one thing that would really set you off? Because I got my Buck Rogers, I got my Battlestar Galactica, Clash of Titans, Princess Bride figures, Warrior figures. I got a lot of good figures, but I think I'm kind of set. I even got a whole set of Love Boat figures. So I don't see myself really collecting too many more toys, but I will always go to this toy show just in case you find that one little thing that you need. You need it. All right, thanks for watching.